Right, it's time probably for the most difficult part of any picture, and that's drafting it out, drawing it out. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of complicated little bits in that. Now, if you were to draw it directly onto pastel paper, you'd keep changing it, altering it, rubbing it out, and in the end you'd have quite a mess. It's always better not to do that, to put it onto cartridge paper. And the very best method I've found using it is the square drawing system. It's a way of breaking up the reference into smaller, manageable areas. And what you simply do is to transfer onto gridded paper, like that. Now, we're going to use the smaller grid and put it on top of the larger grid. And it's a good idea here to put a bit of tape. Stick a bit of tape on so it doesn't move. We don't want it to move as we're working on it. So there we are. We'll just put it there like that. Okay, pretty good. Okay, stick it down. Okay, good. Now that's ready to go. So we now look through there and then start to draw. Now I've trimmed this away now, simply because I can now show you the like for like. So what I also do is put little dots, bit like the old dot to dot, around where I'm going to be placing. Do you see that? My lines. It just helps a little to start with. So we draw that in there. Let's get this show on the road. And a little bit there. I finished off the line drawing, as you can see, a lot of detail. This has actually taken me about 3 hours to do altogether, so it's a lot of work involved. We've got to put that onto pastel paper. So let's get some pastel paper out already, and this needs to be taped. I use a hardboard. This is hardboard here, and I use it to put my pastel paper on, and that I tape all around using the masking tape. Now, as you can see, I've taped the pastel paper securely to the board using masking tape all round. Now what we do is put the line drawing carefully positioned on top of the pastel paper, and again we use a bit of masking tape. Be generous with this. You don't want it to move halfway through your procedure. Now what we have now is the pastel paper, we have the line drawing on top. We need something to transfer on. Now there's several ways you can do this. You can use trans trace, you can scrub the back of your picture with a soft lead pencil, which acts as a kind of carbon, or you can use a carbon itself. Now I always use a carbon. I find this is much simpler. I just put the carbon between the two, so we now have the pastel paper, carbon and the line drawing. And what we do, we'll work on this bit here, and I'll transfer this through for you. Right, now I'm using the same pencil, a nice sharp pencil. You don't want to press too hard here, just a soft stroke. It's a good idea once you get to the couple of strokes on, just to check you've got it right. Now that's perfect. So I'm going to peel that off. So where the lines aren't quite so strong, I just go over them again. A little bit here, a little bit there. There's that boat there, you see. Now we need to bring him a little bit stronger so that we can see. I tend to be very light with my transfer because I don't want any of the lines showing, and I like to make adjustments. I've put little people in. I think I've got everything else. All the fine detail that is in the picture will be done by using the pastel pencil. But that, as far as I'm concerned, is pretty good. I think what we can do now is start the colouring, and that'll be next time.